Good morning, everyone. This is lecture number 28 of Engineering Thermodynamics. In last lecture, we have seen the phase change process, how liquid is converted into vapor by adding the latent heat. Today, we'll discuss same thing in detail. Consider temperature enthalpy diagram. This is temperature enthalpy diagram. It's called as TH diagram. T stands for temperature and H stands for enthalpy. Look at here. Initially, water is at 0 degree Celsius. Water is at 0 degree Celsius means it is in a liquid state, not in a solid state, not in ice state. It is in a liquid state at 0 degree Celsius. We know that 0 degree Celsius water converts into ice. Water converts into ice by removing latent heat. But at same 0 degree Celsius, ice can be converted into water by adding a latent heat. When we remove latent heat from the water at 0 degree Celsius, water converts into ice. When we add latent heat to the ice at 0 degree Celsius, ice convert into liquid. Similarly, at 100 degree Celsius, saturated liquid can be converted into saturated vapor at same 100 degree Celsius. It means at saturation temperature, phase change takes place. Saturation temperature of ice is 0 degree Celsius. Means water can be converted into ice and ice can be converted into water at 0 degree Celsius for atmospheric pressure. When the pressure is atmospheric, that is 1 atmosphere. 1 atmosphere means 1.01325 bar. We will not discuss about the solid state, that is ice. Here we have to discuss about the vapor state only. Therefore, the conversion of water into vapor will discuss in detail in this chapter. Consider water at 0 degree Celsius. First of all, water will be heated from 0 degree Celsius to saturation temperature. Saturation temperature may be anything depending upon the pressure of water. If we consider pressure is atmospheric pressure, then saturation temperature will be 100 degrees Celsius. If the pressure of water is greater than 1 atmosphere, then saturation temperature will be greater than 100 degrees Celsius. If the water pressure is less than 1 atmosphere, then saturation temperature will be less than 100 degrees Celsius. From this we can say, as the pressure increases, boiling temperature increases. Saturation temperature is nothing but a saturation temperature of water is nothing but a boiling temperature. As the pressure of water increases, boiling temperature also increases. As the pressure of water decreases, boiling temperature also decreases. We are considering atmospheric condition, that is pressure equal to 1 atmosphere. Water from 0 degree Celsius to 100 degree Celsius is heated sensibly. It is heated sensibly means we have supplied sensible heat. We have supplied sensible heat. Sensible heat is supplied to raise the temperature from 0 degree Celsius to saturation temperature. And whatever heat is supplied to raise the temperature from 0 degree Celsius to saturation temperature is called as a sensible heat. And that sensible heat of liquid is represented by HF. F stands for fluid and H stands for enthalpy. In this case, we write F for liquid. We write F for liquid, or you can say F is a fluid. But liquid and gas both are fluid. But in this case, we write F for liquid. Don't confuse with a F. F stands for liquid here. And G stands for gas. Water is heated from 0 degree Celsius to saturation temperature by adding latent heat, by adding sensible heat, that is HF. Now at point 2, it is a saturated liquid. It is a saturated liquid means now liquid is ready to evaporate. Liquid is ready to evaporate. Here liquid is in a, water is in a boiling condition. Water is in a boiling condition. When we add latent heat to it, when we add latent heat to it, it will convert into vapor. This is saturated liquid, this is saturated vapor, and this is a phase change process. Here, as I'm moving point, the water is converted into vapor. Suppose at this point it is 30% vapor, 70% water. Here 50% vapor, 50% water. Here 70% vapor and 30% water, and here 100% vapor and 0% water. To convert liquid phase into vapor phase, to convert liquid phase into vapor phase, we have to supply latent heat. We have to supply latent heat, and latent heat is represented by HFG. HFG means enthalpy of conversion of liquid into gas. Liquid into gas means HFG. F stands for liquid and G stands for gas. Therefore, enthalpy required to convert liquid into gas is called as a latent heat and is represented by HFG. At point 3, it is a saturated vapor. Now, once liquid is converted into saturated vapor, we can heat it further. We can heat it further to raise the temperature. From point 3 onward, the temperature can be increased by adding sensible heat. The temperature can be increased by adding sensible heat, and this condition above the saturated condition is called as a superheated steam. It's called as a superheated steam. Point 2 represents saturated liquid, point 3 represents saturated vapor. Below point 2, it is a compressed or subcooled liquid, and above point 3 it is superheated vapor, and between point 2 and point 3 it is a mixture of water and vapor. It is a mixture of water and vapor. It's called as a wet steam. Steam is there, also water is there, but steam is mixed with a water. Steam is mixed with the water. Therefore, it is called as a mixture of water and vapor or wet steam. Suppose I want to calculate enthalpy at saturated condition, saturated liquid, enthalpy of saturated liquid. Only I have to check HF value from steam table. We will discuss steam table in next lecture. Suppose I want to find enthalpy of liquid at saturated, enthalpy of saturated liquid. I will check HF from steam table at given temperature or pressure, Suppose steam is saturated. I will check Hg. From steam table at a given temperature or pressure, and Hg is equal to Hf plus Hfg. Hg is equal to Hf plus Hfg. Suppose in steam table don't have value of Hg, we can take Hf plus Hfg and we can add. Normally Hf, Hfg and Hg, all three values will be given in the steam table. Suppose I want to calculate or I want to get a value of superheated steam at point 4. Suppose at point 4 pressure is 1 bar and temperature is 120 degrees Celsius. We know that at 1 bar or 1 atmospheric pressure, consider 1 atmospheric pressure, that is 1.0325 bar. At 1 atmospheric pressure, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, and at point 4 temperature is 120 degrees Celsius. It means it is a superheated. At 1 atmospheric pressure and 120 degrees Celsius, steam is a superheated steam. Now we can find the value of enthalpy of superheated steam from steam table, and enthalpy represented by H sup. Enthalpy of superheated steam is represented by H sup. Therefore, considering the pressure and temperature, we can find enthalpy of superheated steam. Similarly, for entropy and specific volume, the formulas are more or less same. Entropy is represented by S. Therefore, entropy at point 2 will be SF. Entropy at point 3 will be SG, and entropy at point 4 will be S sup. Similarly, for specific volume at point 2 will be VF. Specific volume at point 3 will be Vg, and specific volume at point 4 will be V sup. Phase change process of water on TV diagram. We'll see TV diagram here. Let us first of all check the saturation temperature and saturation pressure. Now, what is meant by saturation temperature and saturation pressure? Saturation temperature is the temperature of a liquid at which liquid starts boiling, and the corresponding pressure at saturation temperature is called saturation pressure. We know that for atmospheric pressure, for 1 atmospheric is a atmospheric pressure for sea level condition. 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 1.01325 bar. Here I am representing pressure in bar. 1.01325 bar is equal to 1 atmospheric pressure. At 1 atmospheric pressure, boiling temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. Boiling temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. As the pressure decreases, boiling temperature also decreases. As the pressure increases, boiling temperature also increases. Look at here. Water can be boiled at 0 degree Celsius. Water can be boiled at 0 degree Celsius if we take the water at 0.061 bar. If we are able to decrease the pressure of water up to 0.061 bar, water will start boiling at 0 degree Celsius. If we are able to reduce the pressure 0.0040 bar, water will start boiling at minus 5 degrees Celsius. If we are able to decrease the pressure up to 0.0026 bar, if you are able to decrease pressure up to 0.0026 bar, water will start boiling at minus 10 degrees Celsius. If you want to boil water more than 100 degrees Celsius, then you have to increase the pressure. If pressure is 15.54 bar, then water will start boiling at 200 degrees Celsius. If pressure is 85.81 bar, then water will start boiling at 300 degrees Celsius. Now, this is a critical condition. 220.6 bar and 373.96. It is a critical pressure and critical temperature. This is called as critical point. At critical point, water directly convert into vapor without boiling. Remember, water directly convert into vapor without boiling at critical condition. Now, critical pressure is 220.6 bar and temperature 373.96. But this value is different for a different book. In Michael Boles and Eunice Singel, the value is 220.6 bar. But in other book, the value is 221.2 bar. And this temperature in Michael Boles and Eunice Singel 373.96, but in other book this value is 374.14 degrees Celsius. Look at here. Now we will see temperature volume diagram. Look at here, at 0.1 bar, at 0.1 bar, we need to supply small sensible heat, when we supply sensible heat, water will reach to saturation temperature. At saturation temperature, we need to supply latent heat so that it will convert into saturated vapor. This horizontal line represents saturation latent heat. This horizontal line represents latent heat, and this inclined line represents sensible heat. As the pressure increases, as the pressure increases, sensible heat supplied to water increases, but latent heat supplied is decreases. You can see now pressure increase from 0.1 bar to 1 bar, latent heat decrease, again from 1 bar to 10 bar, latent heat decrease, again from 10 bar to 80 bar, latent heat decrease. Sensible heat is increasing, latent heat is decreasing. Again, if we increase pressure to 150 bar, latent heat decreasing. Now again pressure increase to 221.2 bar. Look at here, I am talking about critical pressure. 221.2 bar. At 221.2 bar, latent heat is 0. Latent heat is 0 means it will not boil. It will not boil. Water will directly convert into vapor without boiling at 221.2 bar. At 221.2 bar, temperature must be 374.14 degrees Celsius. It is not like that at 221 bar at any temperature it will convert into vapor. The temperature has to be 374.1 degrees Celsius and pressure to 21.2 bar. At this pressure and this temperature, water will directly convert into vapor. Above critical condition, the water and vapor phase coexist. And it will directly, this lower portion represents the water and upper portion represents the vapor. It will not boil and it will directly convert into vapor. This is a critical point. As the pressure decreases, amount of latent heat supplied increases. But as the pressure decreases, amount of sensible heat supplied also decrease. As the pressure increase, we need to supply more latent heat. We need to supply more sensible heat, less latent heat. As the pressure decreases, we need to supply less sensible heat and more latent heat. Now, these points represents saturated liquid point. This point represents saturated liquid points. If I join critical point with this saturated liquid point, it will give liquid saturation line. It will give us liquid saturation line. Now these points represents saturated vapor points. If I join critical point with saturated vapor point, I will get saturation vapor line. Now intersection point of saturation liquid line and saturation vapor line, it's called as a critical point. And we will get this dome. And this dome is called as a saturation curve. This dome is called as a saturation curve. Phase change process of water on PV diagram. When we join saturation liquid point and saturation vapor point, during phase change we get a saturation dome. The point of intersection of saturation liquid and saturation vapor point is called as a critical point. As the pressure increases, latent heat decreases. I have explained you, as the saturation pressure increase or the pressure increase, latent heat decreases, but sensible heat increases, because as the pressure increase, saturation temperature also increase, and we required more sensible heat to raise the temperature of liquid up to that saturation temperature. Beyond critical point, liquid directly gets converted into vapor. Now this is a saturation curve. This saturation curve is obtained by joining saturation point, by joining these points, by joining these saturation liquid point and saturated vapor point, we got a saturation curve. This is called as saturation curve. This is a TV diagram. And when this is saturation liquid line, this is saturation vapor line. When this saturation liquid line and saturation vapor line intersect, that intersecting point is called as a critical point. Now on the left hand side of this critical point, or we can say on the left hand side of this saturation liquid line, this is a compressed liquid or subcooled liquid. On the right hand side of saturation vapor line, this is a superheated vapor. On the left hand side of liquid line, it is a compressed liquid or subcooled liquid. Means the liquid at temperature less than the saturation temperature. And on the right hand side of saturated vapor line, it is a superheated vapor. Means the temperature of vapor more than the saturated temperature. Suppose we want to convert superheated vapor into liquid, we have to cool it first from superheated vapor to saturated vapor, then it will undergo phase change. Suppose we want to convert subcooled liquid into vapor, we have to increase its temperature, we have to raise its temperature up to saturated temperature first, then phase change will take place. Saturated liquid is a condition at which liquid is ready for phase change from liquid to vapor, and saturated vapor is a condition where the saturated vapor is ready for converting into saturated liquid, by decreasing the temperature. Now this is the pressure volume diagram for pure substance. There are two types of pure substance we will discuss in the next slide. First is a water. Water is a pure substance and there are other substance also. But this PV diagram for water and other substance are different, because when water is cooled, it convert into ice, and the volume of ice is greater than water. It means we can say water expands on freezing. Water expands on freezing. You might have seen in at your home, when we keep water in a bottle and we try to freeze it, the volume of ice increases. Volume of ice is greater than water. It means water expands on freezing. But there are other liquid which contracts on freezing. Therefore, this PV diagram is different for substance which expands on freezing and which contracts on freezing.